The Hunchback of Notre Dame, by Victor Hugo, published in 1831, is a Gothic novel set in 15th-century Paris. The story revolves around the lives of several characters, with a particular focus on Quasimodo, a deformed bell ringer of Notre Dame Cathedral, and Esmeralda, a beautiful Romani dancer. The novel explores themes of love, fate, justice, and the impact of societal prejudice. The narrative begins with the introduction of Claude Frollo, the Archdeacon of Notre Dame Cathedral. Frollo adopts his infant brother Jehan after their parents' deaths, but the two brothers have vastly different personalities. Jehan is carefree and indulges in a dissolute lifestyle, while Frollo is stern and devoted to his academic pursuits. Frollo's life takes a fateful turn when he becomes obsessed with alchemy and falls in love with a Romani woman. This obsession sets the stage for the tragic events that follow. Enter Quasimodo, a deformed and hunchbacked bell ringer who was abandoned as a baby and adopted by Frollo. Quasimodo is fiercely loyal to Frollo, whom he sees as a father figure, despite Frollo's conflicted feelings toward him. Quasimodo's physical deformities and isolation from society contribute to his loneliness and yearning for companionship. The narrative also introduces Esmeralda, a kind-hearted and captivating Romani dancer. Esmeralda captures the attention of many, including the poet Gringoire, the captain of the guard Phoebus, and the Archdeacon Frollo himself. However, Esmeralda's heart belongs to the honorable and chivalrous Phoebus, who is engaged to another woman. The lives of these characters become intertwined when Quasimodo, manipulated by Frollo, attempts to kidnap Esmeralda. However, Esmeralda is saved by Phoebus, and in the process, Quasimodo is arrested and subjected to public humiliation during the Feast of Fools. Esmeralda's kindness and compassion extend to Quasimodo, and she offers him water during his punishment. This act of kindness forms a bond between them, and Quasimodo's loyalty to Esmeralda deepens. Meanwhile, Frollo's unrequited love for Esmeralda transforms into an all-consuming obsession, driving him to dark and morally questionable actions. The plot thickens when Esmeralda is wrongly accused of attempting to murder Phoebus, who was actually stabbed by Frollo in a fit of jealousy. Esmeralda faces a trial, and her fate rests on the testimony of a mysterious and malevolent figure known as La Esmeralda, who falsely accuses her. Despite her innocence, Esmeralda is sentenced to death by hanging. Quasimodo, deeply in love with Esmeralda, defies the law and rescues her from the gallows, taking sanctuary in Notre Dame Cathedral. The cathedral serves as a powerful symbol of refuge, sanctuary, and divine justice throughout the novel. Quasimodo's actions lead to a dramatic confrontation between the forces of law and order, represented by the Archdeacon Frollo, and the forces of compassion and mercy, embodied by Quasimodo. As the novel reaches its climax, the city of Paris becomes a battleground. The streets are filled with chaos and violence, and Notre Dame Cathedral is at the center of the conflict. Frollo, consumed by his obsession and hatred, plays a pivotal role in the tragic events that unfold. Esmeralda, despite Quasimodo's efforts to protect her, is captured by Frollo and sentenced to death once again. This time, however, she is offered a choice: marry Frollo or face execution. Esmeralda refuses to submit to Frollo's desires, choosing death over a life of misery. In a heartbreaking scene, Quasimodo, who is deeply in love with Esmeralda, brings her to the gallows, expressing his undying devotion. The novel concludes with the tragic fates of its central characters. Frollo meets his demise in a violent confrontation with Quasimodo, falling to his death from Notre Dame Cathedral. Quasimodo, heartbroken by the loss of Esmeralda, retreats into the cathedral and starves himself to death beside her lifeless body. The novel ends with the discovery of their intertwined skeletons in a poignant tableau of love and tragedy. The Hunchback of Notre Dame is more than a tale of unrequited love and tragedy. It is a profound exploration of human nature, societal prejudice, and the consequences of obsession. Victor Hugo uses the characters and events in the novel to comment on the societal injustices and the capacity for both cruelty and compassion within the human heart. The novel also serves as a love letter to the city of Paris and its architectural wonders, particularly Notre Dame Cathedral. Hugo's vivid descriptions and historical details transport readers to the vibrant yet harsh world of 15th century Paris. The cathedral itself becomes a character in the story, symbolizing both the spiritual and the temporal aspects of human existence. Through the characters of Quasimodo, Esmeralda, and Frollo, Hugo delves into themes of societal outcasts, the consequences of prejudice, and the redemptive power of love. Quasimodo, the hunchbacked bell ringer, represents the marginalized and mistreated in society, while Esmeralda embodies the persecuted and misunderstood. Frollo, in his descent into darkness, becomes a cautionary figure, illustrating the destructive power of unchecked desires. The Hunchback of Notre Dame remains a timeless and impactful work of literature, inspiring numerous adaptations and interpretations in various forms of media. Victor Hugo's exploration of human emotions, societal dynamics, and the clash between good and evil continues to resonate with readers, ensuring the enduring relevance of this classic tale of love and tragedy in the heart of medieval Paris.